Yee-haw, y'all, and welcome to an installment of Repro Roundup, where we compare original vintage accessories to their reproduction counterparts. On this week's installment, the Pilot Blaster. You've searched the internet for months. You've saved all of your change for over a year to get the figure, the one figure that completes your collection. The shipment finally comes in, you open the box, you rip through all of the packaging, and there it is. And it is glorious. But wait, could that be a reproduction accessory that came with your beloved figure? 5 Idiots Talking Toys is here to help you determine whether that accessory is reproduction or original with the weekly Repro Roundup. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the Repro Roundup. Today, we're going to be talking about the Pilot Blaster. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so here we have the two Pilot Blasters. On the left is the original, and on the right is the reproduction. So let's take a look at these real quick. So, with the original Pilot Blaster, you see that there's an indentation right here next to the barrel. It's a little circle, small circle. The slide on the side is really well defined. The grip on the handle is well defined, and the back of this slide, or whatever you want to call it, on the back, you can see that it is kind of oval shaped. It's round on the inside. The sight right here, you can see that there's a little there's a fine point on the end of the sight, and then if you look at the barrel, it's nice and flat, right? And it's sticking out. Looks like it's about 1/8 of an inch or so. And then the other side, it does not have the little indentation, and everything is super well defined, as you can see. Now, with the replica, or the reproduction, sorry, where the indentation is, there's a bump. Do you see that bump there? And the slide is a little bit narrower here. You can see the difference if I hold them side by side for sure. See the difference of the slide. And this little slot on the back of the slide is more towards the top than it is in the center, the other one. And it looks almost identical with the exception of those very definite differences, right? And then if you look at the barrel of the gun, the tip of the gun, it's a little like it's cut off at an angle, a little flat right there, a little flat this way. Now we're going to do the float test. Now the float test, like I've said before, doesn't work for everything. Sometimes it works for, sometimes an original will sink and the repro will float, and sometimes the repro will float. The original will float and the repro will sink. But we'll get into that as we go along. So first of all, I'm going to drop the original. She's a floater. And then here is the reproduction. Oh, also one more thing. As you can see, there's no little fine point on the end of the sight. And here is the reproduction. It floats for a little bit, and then you push it down, and it sinks. This one floats all the way back up the top. So if it sinks, it stinks, and if it floats, it's the goat, as far as the Pilot Blaster is concerned. Thanks again, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.